and it is summertime, and we're trying to stay cool, and Jeff Seidenfaden has on a short sleeve shirt.
Yep.
And if the dogs, like Dog Max, could put on a short sleeve shirt, they probably would too, but they can't, can they?
They cannot, so that's what it's all about, is staying cool in the summertime.
All right, how do we do it?
Well, there are a lot of things that we need to think about, and again, everybody's getting out with their pets in the yards, and I think people are thinking about it right now because it's been so hot. Anytime you get over 90 and you get the high humidity, we don't want to go outside, so we're a little bit more cautious of what we do with our pets.
Okay.
But even when it's not that hot, there are some things that you need to remember.
All right.
Definitely do not ever leave your pet in a car.
Yes. How many times have we heard this? And people still, I go to the supermarket and I see people thinking that they crack that window 2 inches, that's going to make a difference, and it just doesn't.
No, the statistic, even if it's 80 degrees outside, which you think in terms of, lately that would be cool, within 30 minutes it'll be over 114 degrees inside that car, and your pet can't survive that.
No.
Avoid the heat of the day when you take your dog for a walk. So, don't take, 5 p.m., you get home from work and you want to take the dog out. Wait until later.
Yeah, maybe a good 7 o'clock, 7:30 walk at night.
Absolutely. When you do so, you walk on the sidewalk and try to walk your dog in the grass. Remember that they expel their heat out of the pads of their feet. So walking on asphalt or walking on pavement is actually gonna heat them up.
Yeah, and taking them on a walk in the high noon sun of the day is just recipe for disaster.
Absolutely.
All right.
Water is a must.
Yes.
So especially if you're going for a hike, if you're going for a long walk, you're taking water for yourself, take it for your pets as well. And then if your pet does get above the temperature of 103, you're looking at heat stroke.
Wow.
So you want to cool them right away if you do that. We've looked at these before, but there's some products that you can get for long walks or for hikes to make sure that your pets stay hydrated. A collapsible bowl that you can carry, you can keep in a backpack or in your pocket. You pull it out, you have your own water bottle, you go ahead and you just fill it up and give them some water while you're out for a walk. Also the dog water bottle that you can clip onto a backpack, similar to your own water bottle. It has its built-in bowl, snaps in.
And you could put some ice in that as well,
Yeah,
or you
let
could
it
put the
melt
whole
as you-
thing into the refrigerator before you go out on a walk.
You really
as
could.
well.
The ice is a great idea, especially if it's going to be for a long walk, because it's going to keep it cool and it's going to melt as you go along.
Right.
If your pet does have heat stroke, or there's some signs that you need to look for.
Okay.
If your pet is getting overheated, if they're outside for a long time, if they're going for a walk. The first thing is if they get lethargic. That's something that you want to be careful about. That's a sign that they could be getting heat stroke.
Yeah, the panting is okay because that's how they
Absolutely.
That's
if
how
it's
they cool themselves
excessive
down.
or heavy panting, if there's noise involved with the panting, then that can be a problem.
Okay.
Again, the lethargy, if they're unbalanced, if they're falling down, that's a bad sign. If that's happening, lift up their lips, take a look at their gums, and see if there's a change in color. If it's bright red or if it's very pale, that could be a sign. Also, if their gums are very dry.
Ah, okay.
If they are, the first thing people want to do is, let's cool them off. So I'm going to get cold water to cool my dog off.
Not a
Don't use
good thing.
cold water. That actually restricts the blood vessels and prevents the heat from dissipating.
Nice room temperature.
Room temperature or just cool water. Also, rubbing alcohol. Can put it on the belly, can put it on the pads, and that helps the evaporation. That cools them very quickly as well.
Oh, that's a new one. I hadn't heard that before. What about the coats on our pets? Should we take a look at something, maybe a little smaller summer coat to keep them a little bit cooler?
Not necessarily. Dogs do a very good job of regulating their own body temperature. So really we just need to use the common sense when we're outside with them. Understand what the temperature is going to be. Carry enough water. The tips that we've talked about already today, don't walk them on the sidewalk or on the pavement, walk them in the grass.
Right.
And just watch for the signs. When it's 95 degrees outside, don't take your dog for a run.
Just pay attention and common sense as well. And if you want those tips again and for much, much more, go to petguide.tv, and Jeff at petguide.tv is where you can email him. And,
That's right.
And right now, Max is a little bit lethargic, but I think he's just bored or he wants a treat or something like that. Jeff Seidenfaden, the Pet Guide. Thanks for coming by again today.
Thank you.
All right, we'll be back right after this. Oh, he woke up. A Fisher refrigerator picture next on the CW Louisville Live This Morning.